This one machine can craft any recipe in Minecraft. I'm going to show you how, then I'm going to take this to the next level and craft every wood block with just one button click. Let's start with the basics. First, put down a crafter, add a comparator clock, then put in a full composter and a comparator like this. Then over in your crafter, deactivate all the slots you don't need like this. Then when you put in your ingredients, you get this. A setup like this one is good enough for any recipe that only needs one kind of item. But what if you need, say, fences? Well, now you've got a real problem because you have to put the items into the right slots. And that's where all of this comes in. Each of the 9 crafter slots gets a slice like this one. When the dropper has items in it, the comparator turns off this torch. That's part of a big AND gate that activates a clock. The clock triggers all the droppers at once, and the hoppers keep the items in order as they flow into the crafter. The clock delay is just long enough that the crafters can keep going without overlapping the ingredients from different recipes. Depending on the direction that your hoppers face, you might occasionally see an item come in out of order. Just put a little hopper loop like this right after the item that's out of order. But of course, we can't leave it there. I've added just a little extra so that when I push this button, this one crafter will make every wood block. So without further ado, here we go. First, the signal goes into a repeater chain just to give me time to move the camera. Each line of droppers you see here has the items for one recipe, and each layer has all of the items for one wood type. The dropper lines trigger in sequence every time we craft, which causes each recipe to move forward by one dropper line until it gets to the crafter itself. Now, here's the secret for crafting recipes with different shapes. I've added iron nuggets to any slot we don't need, and an item filter below the crafter to pull out the item just before crafting. I'm not gonna lie, this took a long time to run through, and I've sped it up quite a bit here. But hey, anything worth doing is worth overdoing, right? And all of this came from a single button click. If you want to see what it took to get here, check out this playlist, and if you want a complete explanation of the hoppers, let me know in the comments, and I'll be back soon.